Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Heike, this is Lola, my little ragdoll assistant, and you're watching Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. Today is Wednesday, August the 12th. It is boiling hot, it is super humid. I don't know how to survive this day, but I'm going to attempt to film a couple of videos today. Let's see how that goes. First up is my nearly daily crafty chat. It's been nearly a week since we last spoke. So yeah, normally I would say you are in for a ton of progress. This time around, not so much. I made a ton of progress on the diamond painting. As you can see, I have completed the faces now, which means I am actually one day ahead. So this is already section 12. And today is the 12th, so I haven't diamond painted yet. I decided to try and work a little faster on this because of the fact that I found out I'm pretty much unable to get a lot of stitching done on my chosen focus project during this heat wave we are currently having. I've told you before, like in other countries in Europe as well, Germany does not have air conditioning in normal people houses. So right now we have been above 30 degrees, which means somewhere in the 90s without any kind of air conditioning. The nights don't get really cool either, so cooling the houses down is really hard. And I have now learned that trying to stitch is really uncomfortable in these conditions, as you will see in my stitchy update in a moment. So I have switched focus a little more to diamond painting because apparently that's something I can easily do in the heat. Don't ask me why. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I have completed the first 12 of 30 sections, which means it brings us right down to the faces. And I'll try to do 2 sections per day from now on until it cools down enough that I actually find my stitchy bug again, because that little bugger, has oh god, I could do it again, bugged off. Yeah, let's not go down that road any further. Yeah. But as you can see, the faces came out pretty well. I have decided after all to put the teeth in, just because sometimes certain cats do have these little vampire teeth. I'm pretty sure it's actually more of an Asian stereotype in this case, but I had to make the decision and I thought, well, let's go with the artwork and hope for the best. And that's where we are right now. So plans for today, and I'm pretty sure I cannot move the diamond painting without disturbing the cat. Plans for today is to finish it up to here. So quite a bit of diamond painting to do, but honestly this is going to be a lot of multi-placing. It's a lot of dark background that's actually only a few colors and very color blocky. So it should go pretty fast. I'm thinking maybe 3 hours and a little bit, and this should be done. And that's actually what I'm going to do as soon as I stop filming. So that's the diamond painting. Let's put this away for the moment. Stitching. So this is super pitiful. I finally moved to my focus project for the month, which is Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower, and I think for the first 2 days I did do nothing. I just could not find my stitchy bug. Then on Saturday I had a crafty Zoom with Jessie and Rachel Ray. I often do that on the weekends, and usually I'm pretty happy stitching away on these. This week, I don't know. I stitched this corner element and these first few stitches on the bottom part of the border, and that's pretty much all I could manage before I realized I don't want to do this right now. I was sweating buckets. I felt super uncomfortable. I have to say my craft room is sadly the hottest room in the house right now because of the fact that it's also my office. So there are a couple of computers running all day, and there's also the bright lights I need to film and to craft that heat up the room as well. So it's the most uncomfortable room right now. And as you know, I use my computer as my pattern holder basically, because this is actually not a PDF pattern, but I turned it into a PDF pattern for my convenience. So yeah, not very impressive. I'm still going to try to put in more stitches in this before I get my next part of Santa's trip on, when is that? Saturday? I think so. Oh, yeah, Saturday. Days and dates. Bad. That's when the next part comes in, and on Monday I should get the Chinese zodiac, so that's another distraction. Maybe once that is through, it'll be a little cooler and I have a better time sitting down and stitching on this. It's because it's very I like stitching on the 40 count. It's a super pretty fabric, but it's more exhausting than stitching on a 28 for me. I have to concentrate more, I think, and yeah, that's probably the reason, because I did not have this much of a problem stitching on the other two projects, which are both 28 count projects, so maybe that's the reason why. Let's see where that takes us. Oh, cat, what are you planning to do? So, stitchy wise, this is very pitiful, and I think you can already guess that it's going to be a very short daily crafty chat. I have worked on 2 knitting projects though. I decided, because I could not start my Sharon shawl when it dropped on Friday, I didn't have my yarn yet. I decided to pull out something you haven't seen in a while, and that would be my hard lace shawl. Yeah, cat, I know. I know. Can we move the kitty in that direction? Yeah, fight the needle. I'm not so afraid that you're going to step yourself on the big needle. That's my hand doing that, not yours. So, as you can see, this is where I put my marker. And this is how much I knit on it. It's 2 hard panels. The first one I knit on Saturday during our Zoom chat, and the second one I knit on Sunday morning. And that's good progress. So the first ball is nearly used up now. That's how much I have left of it. And this is actually pretty relaxing knitting right now. I keep messing up though. Like I said, I knitted the first heart on the crafty chat, and talking and counting is not exactly my strength, so this is probably more of a project to do when I don't do anything else. I can watch TV or listen to TV. I don't really watch while knitting yet. I'm not there yet. But this is more of a I have to actually concentrate on it project. But it's turning out really great. I like how this looks, and I think this is going to be the piece I'm going to return to when I need a break right now. The big needles though, after the Tease shawl, the big needles really threw me off. I think it took me 2 rows until I was used to the big needles again, because these are US 6, which makes them a 10mm needles, and I had been knitting with US 4, I think, on the Tease. You are a menace, cat. So that's a big difference. I'm going to take this away from you now. So that was the first one I pulled out. I'm going to put this away because my cat is a butthole. And then I finally cast on the Northeasterly blanket. Yeah, at least a cute butthole, I know. As you remember, this is my mystery sock club yarn from FeltFusion, the first one. And I told you I wanted to do, oh, this is backwards, that's the back side. I wanted to knit this in long strips and then attach the strips when they are done instead of attaching them while I'm knitting them, because I'm planning to make them full blanket long. So full blanket in Germany usually is 155 centimeter by 200, I think is the correct measurement for a standard blanket, which is a big blanket, but I really want one that you can use on the couch for your whole body instead of just part of your legs or so, because I don't get how that is useful. But that means I'm going to knit very long strips, and I have started the process here. This is 2 days of knitting on this. I think I spent about 2.5 hours each time. This is knit on really small needles. I think it's a 2.2 or 2.2 something like that. Really small. Do I have my needles here? Yeah, I do. It is 1.5 US, 2.5 European. And I'm using double pointed needles. I don't know why. I thought it would be convenient for this thing because it's not super wide. And there's actually no use for circulars on this one. I have modified the pattern slightly. I have given that whole thing 10 more stitches. So it is right now, is it the 4 inches I wanted? It is 11 centimeters, so slightly over 4 inches, and the original width was supposed to be 3 inches. So yay, I mathed right. After blocking, it might even be a little wider. This is quite relaxing. I thought it would be boring, but it's actually quite relaxing. I can do this very well while watching TV, which was the goal. So yay. And I like how the slipped stitch. Oh, cat. Let go. I like how this slipped stitch middle looks. It's very pretty, especially with some of the stitches coming out as red and dark blue. This is very, very pretty. What I did not expect, I thought I would use up much more yarn because I use such small needles that the fabric would be denser and I would be using more yarn than I thought I would. Yeah. Operation to pull in the thread the cat pulled. Successful. But this actually uses very little yarn, so I have to weigh and calculate again. But after the first bit I did, I only had used about 1.3 gram, I think, and already had like 7 centimeters or 8 centimeters. I think I can do 3 strips per color in the length I want, if my math is correct. So, good. I don't need to buy as much yarn as I thought. Because I think she also stopped the theme she had for these yarns for the sock club. It used to be space themed. And now she moved over to these little underwater snail creatures, the super colorful beasts. So they are very interesting as well. I just don't know if they will gel as well with this one. So let's see about that. I'm still tempted to get it. But anyway, this is a very, very nice on-the-side project. If you're looking for something like that, I would highly recommend that. Yeah. And I hope that I can cast on the Sharon shawl by this weekend. I have now received my Castle View yarn, which I ordered for that one. But I have seen So I usually don't have a problem with spoilers for most things. I don't like to spoil myself for movies, but if it's something like this mystery knit along, I do not have a problem with looking at pictures from people who are already done. In this case, I have especially done that because I was not entirely sure how I wanted to use my 4 colors of yarn, if I made the right decision. And after looking at the pieces that people already have finished, I wasn't so sure that my yarn choice was the best with my 2 grays. It might have been too sad actually in the end. So I've gone back and I've ordered from a different shop a couple more skeins of yarn in a bright pink and in a bright, I think it was called frozen blue. I think it's a bit more on the turquoise side of things. I don't know. I have not exactly gone back and looked at that because, as I usually do, I put something in the cart and then I decided, okay, you can't get everything. Let's put them, get something, throw something out again. And I did that. So I know I ordered the blue and I ordered the pink, but I can't remember if I ordered the blue or the greenish blue. So we'll have to wait until it's here. Surprise, surprise. And as soon as that is here, and I make my decision whether I want to use, I think, the pink instead of the dark gray, then I'll cast that on. It doesn't look too complicated to me. I think the only thing in that first clue that needs a bit of attention is the part with the color work, because you have yarn floats on the back, and I've seen some examples where people have pulled the float very tight and it makes the whole thing crunch up and ribble. And there were some examples where I'm totally sure it's going to block out, but there were also some examples where the person pulled it so tight that I think it's not going to block out, because yarn can stretch, but there are limits to that. So I think that's the only thing that I need to be careful about. And yeah, I'm not the most tense knitter, so I have hope that this is going to work out. Yeah, that's it. So I talked a lot about really not much. So, for nearly a week of crafting, this is very unimpressive. But I guess I can at least say it is boiling hot and I have crafted, which did not happen all the previous years in my life. So anyway, guys, tomorrow, that's the next step on my to-do list for today. Tomorrow, the next part of the What's in My Stash should be up. So I am going to switch over to film this right now. And yeah, keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best that I can get this filmed and edited and uploaded for tomorrow. That's a bit of a goal for today. I hope you have a wonderful day and you will be back and join me for my What's in My Stash video tomorrow. Bye, guys.